if you can get that opportunity to make a difference, it's just unprecedented. So I figured that's my good fortune. Preeti, my wife, thought that's her good fortune that we got this chance. So if we can do that, why not do it? My name is Mukesh Chatter. I'm a computer engineer by trade. Grew up in India, got my undergrad there, then went to grad school at Rensselaer. Largely I worked on was telecom and supercomputers. Had a number of patents, and one of those patents became a company called Nexabit Networks, and that company was acquired by Lucent back in 1999. So things have been good since then. I've done a couple of other companies, and my wife and I have been partners all along in every business together. Because there is interesting dynamics when you work together in a company. So on one side, you're very close and you discuss everything that happens at home. It consumes your life because that's what you end up talking about at home and at office. But you also get a sounding board and so forth. It's difficult for two of us to be bosses. Our opinions could be different among ourselves. We're two different individuals. But you figure out a way to work through it. But I certainly admit that my wife was far more gracious and decided to be a bit of a brick in the wall, but did a lot of work behind the scenes. And she, in fact, single-handedly drove a number of activities in the company, which very few people knew about, from public relations and marketing to setting the basic stage in terms of what is it that we as a company, as a product, what we are doing, or in the fundraising, on the financial side, or just reviewing in general, a lot of things. I don't think she got as much recognition for it. Obviously, I was recognized in many places. She didn't get the recognition she more than deserves, but it has been a great working relationship and a great partnership, so it's been mostly fun. We actually now are spending about a third of our time in philanthropic activities, but our focus on philanthropic side has been what we always call it's not $1 billion problem, it's $1 billion people problem. So how to use technology to help address the problems that impact 1 billion people. What we take for granted, where we live, we're surrounded by every amenity known to mankind and every kind of technology. But yet, so close and so far, because there's at least a sixth of the world population, at least 1 billion people. And what can we do with all the technology we are surrounded with and channelize it in a way to help their cause? About 1.2 billion people in the world do not have access to electricity today, just no electricity. About same number or more gets it only intermittently at best. So, and it will take probably another 30 to 50 years, depending on whose report do you believe, from World Bank or otherwise. Our initiative is, can we come up with a very innovative way to make a battery, for example, which could take care of 200 or 300 watts of power for 6 hours, so 200 watt hour, so that kids in the villages have electricity from 6 to 11, for example, at minimum. It can also be used to get a couple of lights, a fan, maybe a small refrigerator. We've taken another initiative for clean water. A couple of things are happening all over the world because of the pesticide, excessive usage of pesticide and fertilizers. There's a huge runoff that is occurring in addition to everything else that's going on. So the rural areas, the cancer rate is skyrocketing. One could argue that maybe you should stop using that and go to organic farming. Well, the fact is we cannot, at least I don't believe, that I can make a difference in that. I mean, that's a bigger problem. Governments get involved, and it's a long term. I'm thinking, my wife is thinking, is okay, could we address it at the end point? So for example, could you come up with something which can produce 10 liters of water at the cost of literally 2 cents? And if you could do that, then that's within affordability, and people will be happy to pay for it. Quite frankly, I'm not really concerned about the legacy. I've been very fortunate, got the opportunity. My wife and I as a team do the best we can. And in a lot of ways, all of us as human beings are nothing but pygmies in the larger scale of time. And we just diminish, we got something what others had done, and we are going to give it to somebody else as time goes by and let nature take its own course. I mean, I don't know. I couldn't care less one or the other. My passion is, look, we never expected to have this kind of money. I come from a, low middle class background in India. Growing up, I had no idea what magnitude of money means. And at the same time, we have been very fortunate that God was kind and we were lucky and it worked out. And second thing is, how many chances one gets in life to make a difference in the lives of a billion people. So that really is what drives us, and just feeling fortunate about it to have the opportunity to do so.